Okay, well, we'll start this meeting of the Jericho Select Board at 6:07 PM. There's nobody else around, so then there's no public to be heard. So the first agenda item is review and consider approval of the FY25 budget and capital budget. Let's start with the capital budget since that goes into the big budget. And
What you need? No, I didn't find it.
especially
I
since
know
there's
you
some
took yours.
issues,
Did you
we
take
need to
yours?
walk through it and clean it up.
That's the one.
Oh, there's all the other,
Yeah.
sorry, it's the stuff.
Okay, what do we need to do?
Well, if we look at the capital budget, we're at FY24, not
No,
FY.
no, that's not the right one.
That's
I
a-
sent you guys another one. Yep, see, Eric's got it and you got the new
Well,
one.
well, this was what was sitting here, so, yeah.
Oh, that's not, no, that's. that one.
Yeah, because I just pulled this out of, I don't know, one of these things.
Here, you need a copy of this. You don't have a copy of this?
Well, you gave me all
I
kind
know
of,
I gave that capital budget was in the beginning one.
yeah,
but-
and then this one,
Okay.
I pulled that off of
Yep,
this
that's the one. Yep, I gave you a copy of the draft, the budget.
budget, but then I pulled this out of the back of
Sorry,
it.
Nope, that one right there is the capital.
This
budget
one?
Information, yep,
Okay,
yeah, just disregard that one.
okay, I can disregard lots of stuff. Oh, at this thing then?
That's it, yes.
Oh, because it just says highway vehicle and equipment, but that's not a capital budget necessarily.
Correct. I didn't have anything to do with the capital budget per se, because I've never.
Okay, so anyway,
Yeah, so that's a duplicate. So
Okay.
this is, yep, that's the one.
okay, so anyway, this, people are gonna want, highway is one thing, but what about all the other stuff? This is really what we need to update for capital budgets.
Yes.
So that's why I said, let's start with that.
Got-
It's nice
I don't
looking
really know how to read this thing. What am I even looking at with this?
trucks.
Well, we needed to start somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
And so what we had, I have taken this from the list of the assets on the fixed asset file for the town
Oh, yeah,
and tried to correlate with what Paula had sent for the, the capital replacement plan and simply identify and try to make sure we cross-reference each of the assets on here.
that's
So-
pretty impressive, actually.
So if we were to look at, I think, I'm not sure where to start, but I think what we're doing is. I don't know if you got, does everyone have this guy?
Well, no, I
We have
sent you,
this.
you have, when in your email, you have that old one.
Okay,
The capital replacement.
Yes, this, in your email, you should have that.
I can make,
Yeah, we should.
yeah,
go
that'd
make
be,
a-
that'd be
I'd
great.
make a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Please.
And the other thing, I would do, John, real quick, sorry. Let's make about 3 more of these.
Okay.
Cause I did a little extra after, Paula in looking. at the-
Appreciate all the extra cross-referencing. I mean, that's a lot of work with that.
It really is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think what we're looking at, well, and John will bring him back down, but we have truck 7, is that, I'm just gonna. Paula, do you have, or does John have your copy?
Of that, you
Just-
have a copy.
Well, we'll probably,
Actually, I might have a copy, an extra copy. I have an extra copy, Brian.
super.
Okay,
So Paula, what I'm doing now is just looking at truck 7.
yeah,
And what they're saying here is, they'd love to replace a truck in 2024.
yep,
They've yet to order it.
Mhm.
yes.
And I do believe that truck
Oh.
would replace, when they're looking at what you guys do have at the current moment, is probably tandem truck with dump body and plow on it, up above here, on this sheet of
Okay.
paper. So that's the 4th item that's on the list. The point is that
Tandem truck with dump body and plow, 2013.
I think what they would, what's the highway folks have identified is that's the one they're looking to replace.
And let me just clarify just something. when you say replaced, it's they were asking to keep that truck as to keep that low pro for salt.
For the salt.
Yes, so it's not really necessarily replacing it, but just in case, I don't,
It-
I know what you're talking
terminology
about.
is
So that's the low pro. Okay. Keep for salt.
So it looks, now, I don't know, I couldn't personally vouch for the idea that that truck needs to be replaced this year. I can't assert that. But I think that's what they're looking to do. I think
I saw one of those sheets somewhere,
So
but they talked.
that being said, Ryan, I don't believe
and I've got some more to hand out if you don't have it. Oh, I guess you do. Okay, great. So,
Some other weird things.
they
I
were,
think you.
they were talking about, they
Look
have
at
been
it here.
talking about
No.
that
Let's
truck
do
and ordering it. But I think
Oh,
they've
there.
decided
This is
it's
front page.
put off for another year.
and is
Oh,
one
I got
reason it's
this one.
being put off is the
Correct.
size of the truck? Because
Oh,
we're, if
good.
we're going to do the garage, maybe they do need the full-size truck now.
One for each
So
eye.
Joe led the truck, assuming we're talking about the same truck replacement that we've been
Correct.
talking.
Yes, we are.
We're
So we decided we don't want to do that in this budget because
We want this.
money.
Money.
We could.
It's on hold till the next budget year.
Perfect. Okay, so in 24,
So I see, but I see that's correlated to line. Where did you see that?
I know.
43.
Oh, this is mine, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if that's gonna change stuff
Low pro, what do you say?
on the regular budget.
Yeah.
Oh, the purchase of cost of heavy equipment
Yeah,
on the budget itself. Line 243.
yes.
Well, didn't we just get one early, but it's, we're paying for it now? Didn't it come in off cycle? Maybe is that it?
That's what the 243,
I don't,
247?
well, you can see that on lines 243 and 4, they negate themselves, and really what we're looking at in terms of the impact is if you go to lines 257 and 58, the next page, I think it's all. So what we're looking at here is we're picking up 198,000 principal payments. And I have to look and verify whether that new purchase is included in the 198. And
Because we know one truck came in early, we were expecting it. and-
yeah,
And you had to scramble to do it, and that was,
and I think
I
that
I
came
think
in
this calendar, this
this
year.
year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think
Yes.
it's this year.
yeah.
So I don't think,
So maybe that's what we're paying for.
right,
I think that's probably
Yes.
correct.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was delivered, when was it, October?
Mhm.
Yeah, we were
Mhm.
scrambling and went, wait, that was not supposed to
So
be.
why would you
Right.
be paying for it in 24's budget?
Well,
Well, you're gonna have it it's a 5-year loan. So you're gonna see some money there every year.
Well, so that would make sense for 258, but what about for where the truck actually is, like Joe was saying, the 247 on 243?
So I think what Brian is saying, back on 243 and 244, it's like a wash.
Yeah, I see that.
that
But-
washes through. So the question is, in the 198, and Paula, I don't think the detail,
You wanna look at the full budget?
yeah, I don't think that has the detail that supports the 198. I might have that at on my
that should-
computer at work.
Because it should be the whole worksheet that you sent me, and it might be in there, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm honestly.
Looked at, well, throwing everything around. Thank you. We had the 190, no,
So,
Go down
No,
to the
that-
bottom one that
that's the
has-
same thing, so it's not the right number. This paper is a mess.
So let me flip it around. Paula, which truck then is the one that we've got in October? Where is that on this list from, say, 1 to 8?
That,
And I'm not sure I see it.
it's not on here.
No,
And so I believe it took place of truck 2. Yeah, I would have to look. But I believe it's,
yeah, because that would make sense, because truck
Yeah.
at Legion's truck too, this is,
Yep.
you know, and
I think it took the place of truck 2. And that was a 2020. 23, 22 truck.
says 23.
Yeah,
Truck at Allegiance replaced the year
Yep.
early offsets the cycle going.
yes. So I think the truck that we have now replaced truck 2.
Which was the Freightliner.
Yeah.
That gone at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Replaced. Yeah, we ended up with 2 in
And as
2017.
I recall, the truck that we got in October was not included in this year, in the current year's capital plan, because we
Correct.
didn't expect to
Correct.
take delivery.
Right,
Yes,
And then the 198, I think, picks that up, but does not include any additional truck.
that's correct. That makes sense. Yes.
yeah, and we certainly don't want,
Right.
And so are you saying, I know we're on capital budget, but are you saying that the line item that Joe asked about, we're just calling that a wash because we have to account for it somewhere?
And I suspect it should be zeroed out. Because if we're not anticipating actually getting a truck, it shouldn't be there.
So the 247 shouldn't be there?
Shouldn't be there because again,
Exactly.
going by the list,
Mhm.
it does not appear that we're looking to replace any vehicles.
So those 2 lines are
Too late-
zeroed
Too
out.
late to get that out for the printers?
No, tomorrow morning I gotta get it to the printers.
oh,
I mean, the thing is.
Right tonight, then.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
I think the good news is there's no net in that, but we want to get it right.
so go to.
So it shouldn't even show up.
240.
I can't get to, I don't know why,
Do you have?
I can't get down the tabs.
If you send it to me, I'd be happy to.
Can you
run
send it to,
the spreadsheet.
Sure.
send it to Eric and,
Yeah.
actually, let me go, I'll just run upstairs with you, email it to him real quick.
It's okay, I can share it.
You can?
43. So over here,
There you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Eric, what's your email address? Yeah.
ERIKJINBT.
That's right. Sure.
Yeah, why doesn't that populate for you?
I know, it's weird, because I don't think I'm in my,
Oh.
and what is it? It's Gmail?
Mhm.
There we
There it
go.
goes.
You are.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you don't actually, you're not logged into anything that can send it.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it'll screw it up.
Yeah.
Let me just go send it to him.
run Forrest. Champion running. That's that right there.
So I think what remains for us is the, on the schedule that John, you have here, we just need to go in here and we'll make the adjustments on here manually and update this and it should be ready for tomorrow morning, I would imagine. Great.
so basically you're saying heavy equipment vehicles in this capital budget, we're moving over to the FY 25 and we're gonna put some number there,
Nice catch, Joe.
I'm just reading.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't do that. No, I'm kidding, I do that.
yeah.
But I'm not as inquisitive as I should be. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I kept saying, where's the 25 budget? I know, because, well, the reason it threw me is $340,000 for highway improvements. We gotta put that down to 100,000.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And then again, we'll just dovetail the improvements, from the budget, fill it in as well. Improvements is 10. I think, did we not take out the highway improvements? Highway garage improvements, because
Yeah,
We did,
Right.
we did take it out
yeah,
in the
So
budget.
that goes
I
to
did
zero.
notice that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Nope, you're fine.
so we're further walk down from the top, I see.
yeah, let's do that. It's easy for me.
If you wanna,
Oh, I'll just do it.
can you share?
Once I get ready here.
I'll stop sharing that.
Click on, oh, this is supposed, so I think you go.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
So the library improvements, oh, okay, wait, we got that, I get that back.
Uh, 217 Jericho Library improvements. In this one, there is no money on 217. Because that was, I mean, 10,000 was just put aside every year just because.
Right, but.
So this, so sorry to interrupt. As I
No.
edit this will be the copy that
That
you're.
you
go-
need to
that you're
send to me,
take.
yep.
Okay, so, after I send it, maybe just just
Okay.
make sure I don't do anything stupid and.
217, the reason why there's no 10,000 is because of the 100,000 that we've given
Right.
them for her.
So we should take it away.
That's a zero,
It
That's
is a zero.
the garage improvements is a zero,
Is the zero.
the highway improvement, asphalt is.
Sorry, you're
100.
still on capital budget though.
Yeah,
Yes.
is 100. Yeah.
Is there something is there anything in here that needs to change the
167.
capital budget?
Do you need him to change anything for the capital budget?
Is that in what you
Yeah,
just
we're
said?
going right down the list. So, John,
Is
it
that
won't
capital
in-
plan?
Yep,
Okay.
yeah,
there.
so.
Okay, sorry, I was not doing
No,
that. I was expecting to
sorry.
only update them. So
Mm,
I'm with you now.
Is that an Excel, John?
It is.
Okay,
I have it.
let's do that.
Eric has it.
I have it.
He's gonna change everything
Eric-
and then he's gonna send it to me.
Yeah.
Eric's driving the bus.
Okay,
Does he have a CDL?
No.
yeah,
So.
he should.
Get one.
Oh my.
I thought about that too.
It'd be useful, that's for sure.
Okay, so, yes, so
So-
the,
Line 217 is a zero,
Yeah.
and I just want to make sure yeah, okay,
210.
it's a zero. And
Oh, why is it not letting me?
three.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Enable editing. There we go. Yeah. Come on,
Go get him.
come on.
I think so.
What?
0-0.
I can't.
Will it, will it.
It won't let me. do it.
We're gonna will it.
I'm gonna stop sharing for a sec. Sorry. Stop it. All these windows are in your way, so you can't get to the thing that you need to do. So share it back again. You should see a nice zero there and we can get started. Okay.
Looky there. Did you do the highway garage?
That's a
improvements?
zero, not a dash, but it reads.
Yeah, it will put a dash,
Okay.
yep.
Okay. So,
Highway improvements,
0.
That's a
zero.
so that's not what you have, just so you know, I'm fine with doing a zero, but that's not what we have in the budget.
Okay, well, that's.
Let's
It's
see,
supposed to be
line
Less, but it's not what we have in the budget.
203.
looking at-
Yeah, we knocked that down.
We knocked it down, but not to zero.
Correct.
No.
203.
Still have paving out.
But that's.
Maintenance,
But that's
repairs,
just the
town.
garage.
We knocked pavement down, but we didn't zero it.
We got 30. Oh, wait a second. But you're talking about highway route 203. 203 is maintenance, repair, town F facilities,
Right.
obviously. And we put 33,000 there. In the budget. If it's line,
No, that's
No,
town.
you're,
That's
yeah.
not
well,
garage.
but it
I
says,
made that- made that-
No, that's,
but the
So-
line item was wrong then, because it says line
It
203.
shouldn't, we gotta negate, just wipe out the 203,
Yeah,
Okay,
take that out.
yeah, because it's not 203.
No,
okay, so on the budget, it is, we can find the line, it's under,
it is under. It is line.
It's funny, because 217 was correct.
157. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm right.
it is, I have it.
Building maintenance and repair,
Yes, that's
But-
exactly what we talked about.
2,500.
Yes,
however,
because we're putting,
because it's below the capitalization threshold,
Yeah,
We're zeroing it.
zero.
Okay, that makes sense. All
Perfect.
right,
Yeah.
that does make sense.
Yeah.
Good job, Brian, see?
So it's line, yeah.
Okay,
That's funny that, the 217 was correct, but
So do we need to put that line item in there, Brian,
If-
for the highway garage improvements?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It doesn't fall into this
Perfect.
schedule at all now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
okay, no line item.
No line item.
So why,
Next.
where do we have then the 33 maintenance repair town facilities line 203, which we have 33,000? Would that fall under then?
It's not in
Uh,
the capital budget.
No, that's just town hall maintenance and repairs.
So,
we can't see the rest of the description on our PDF,
yeah,
that's why.
Can you
Yeah.
do that, Derek, on the
Oh.
spreadsheet?
Oh,
Let's repair town.
yeah,
Range repair says town and
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just, that's the town maintenance that we always have.
okay,
So it was 31 last year
Yep.
and 33 this year.
but it's just a bunch of little stuff then, yeah,
Yes,
because it
just
was,
like
because you
little
couldn't tell what
increases.
it was.
Yes,
In the
yep, town
aggregate,
facilities,
it's a large number, but
yep,
You
new
can do-
doors and
Yep.
town offices that.
yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sorry, what line is
but it's
it?
odds and ends that you couldn't tell.
Correct, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It just got cut off, town maintenance, town facilities,
Yeah,
yep.
so you
Okay.
go, huh?
All right,
no.
You wanna make sure things are right. 167, make sure that's the right.
Okay, capital.
167, road improvement, absolutely. I would take away on, if we're down into, have we done land improvements? I will, okay. Instead of under highways, take away the word asphalt. And just put road improvements, because that's what the line 167 actually says.
You okay with that, Brian?
I just want to make sure it matches the description here. Okay, so we need to change
167.
the line, yeah, to 167, and you're right, call it road
Road
improvement.
improvement.
Yeah,
And 100K.
Yeah, it's 100, we trimmed that to
Oh
100.
my God.
Remind, I have a mug that says I heart spreadsheet.
Oh, Lord.
so,
I forgot my
Uh,
fluids.
so Eric, you want to fill in the 100?
Sure, where do you want that?
Um,
Oh, we're,
yeah, right,
Yeah,
where
right.
Road
340
improvements.
is now. Make that 100.
Hmm,
And by
sorry.
the way, next time, and it might have actually done this on an earlier version, you really should connect to the budget so that it's
Right.
referenced instead of that, but
Does it
we're,
now? Does this one?
no. I think
Some of
so
them,
that little message that came up where that wasn't letting me edit it, that might be part of it. It said something like external formula it was trying to get, so I don't know.
maybe.
It shouldn't, because it's all here within, contained within this worksheet, but
I think so, yeah.
yeah, because some of the numbers are right and some aren't.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And
Got nothing under bridges and,
the vehicles,
Right, so
which Joe nailed,
43, right.
we just need to get the right line reference.
Right. I think
That
it's-
is, call it 243.
Yeah,
so that's what it is.
Yep.
That's what you have.
Yep. Okay.
243.
And that's a zero.
We're gonna zero it out, okay.
Well, this gets interesting on the sidewalks because again, nothing scheduled to go. But I think the good, if it does, if for whatever reason, we get the okay and the approvals and the property owners are great. We do have $120,000
Okay.
that was set aside last year into the sidewalk fund. So don't, if something comes through, don't think, well, we can't do it, it's not in the budget. We can do it.
For which sidewalk? You're talking about the one over here?
Well, I presumably because the original 120 was set aside for Lee River.
Okay.
Well, theoretically, it might still happen. We have,
Yeah, it'll happen. Construction will not happen this season.
but there will be some spending, but we don't, it's not capital.
Yeah, there will be some design. Design spending.
Well, we know there's stuff also happening in Riverside.
And then that 50,000 for Ethan Allen to MMU path, that's because those grants that we applied for, is that what that is from?
That is, yes.
What,
But that's-
no,
No,
Wait.
255 is both of them.
This, what is this for, is what I meant.
Well, first of all, that's a zero, right?
It's a 5, it's a 5 and then 4 zeros following it.
Make it a zero and we're good.
it's a 5 and.
Yeah, because there's nothing,
No.
there's nothing under the main budget.
255, the sidewalk construction, that is the one, under the regular budget, that is the Lee River, sidewalk.
That,
Yes,
yeah,
that kind of,
it's almost.
So-
any
so how did-
sidewalk
so-
at this
correct,
point.
right,
You almost could put just sidewalk
yes, yes,
because there's,
yeah,
Yeah, maybe that would be more.
just put sidewalks.
Well,
on.
that.
So
see, I
it doesn't
think-
make, it makes our capital budget not look that great. I mean, maybe that's why we, I mean, I suppose the. I suppose the highways decision that we did is impactful, but boy, you look across all the years and. You've got a
Well,
million here, you got 336 here, only 100 here, and then a million, you know.
You know, what I
Right.
think would make sense on this particular schedule is if you go and look at the headings, it's budgets. And the budgets are misleading because in fact, we didn't do the sidewalks that's right there for the riverside. It wasn't done.
Yeah.
And that may, I don't know, it just may make it look a little odd. I think probably need to do a little digging and actually, if that's the preferred method of presentation, just so that it doesn't look like we were in La La Land last year and the year before, it might make sense to do it.
Do what?
Put it as actual numbers for 23. Well, we can't put actual for 24, but need actual for 23 anyway.
Mhm.
On a-
So
on a
you
cap-
see the difference, so you would see it might not be a million or whatever, it would be 500,000.
But it-
100,000 actually, yeah.
Right,
I mean, all that detail is in the other one. I guess maybe
Mhm.
not down to not when you're thinking it through a capital plan, I guess, but.
Well, I think. Maybe, and the challenge really isn't in 23 and 24 anyway. It's really today, we're looking at 26 and 27 and further out.
Right,
And then that gets. You know, and maybe. in
that's
20
why we did zeros this year.
And maybe what we need to put in here is the maintenance facility. And importantly, down below, it shows the sources of funding. It's the bond,
Mhm.
so.
Doesn't that look like
Probably
you,
should be in here, or do we not put it in until it gets voted in?
well, I was gonna,
That's what you're debating.
because if you put it in, you know, that looks like presumptive.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
Mhm.
The only way you know, I mean, because even we won't even spend ARPA fundings if it gets voted down.
Right.
So you couldn't even put just, you know, the preliminary work in ARPA funding is the way, but if it gets voted down, you're not gonna do that.
You know, how do you folks feel about just putting it as a line item with a zero? or not including it at all. It's,
Since it's its own voted on thing, it's
Yeah,
hard to.
I think, I agree with you, Catherine, since it's its own entity, it stands alone on so many options, I think that have, I don't think we should have it on a capital plan, it's. Everything else we have on there, we know this is something that positively is, money
Right.
has to be set aside for these. These
Right.
are real
But what's weird is,
elements.
but what, so to that point. If it gets voted down, then we put money right back into Jericho garage improvements and we
mhm.
put,
Right.
you know what I mean?
right,
So like,
right,
we're
right.
doing part of it,
sure.
we're not doing the other
Yeah.
part, so,
huh,
you know,
Yeah, that's a good way of,
but.
But see, if since this is not in the main budget, we'd have to go back and recalculate all the stuff. And we want to keep that number it's a good story to tell, saying we were very careful this year not to spend money because we wanted, we were concerned about the constituents and the tax rates.
Yeah.
As Brian said too, this really isn't for, at least to me, for 2024.
yeah,
Yeah.
This is 25, 26, 27.
Yeah.
Capital
Right.
plan's farther down the road.
Right.
yeah.
Right, that's what the capital plan is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
So,
And so-
2024 looks like it's considerably lower.
Mhm.
Okay, that's where we are. We're waiting on other things, so.
And then 25 is even lower because we really, this is the budget we're going to pass because we want to make sure that we are not taxing the
Yeah. We're trying to hold costs down right now.
right now. And then, but next year, you could anticipate
Yeah.
spending a whole lot more. Because we probably will have to go back to, 350,000 for the roads improvement and stuff between asphalt and gravel. Especially if you consider
Yeah.
what they look like.
You don't ignore maintenance for very long. It's called maintenance for a reason.
That's right.
Is there a new?
No.
Okay, all right.
so the good part, the sources of funding, it automatically does
That's it.
calculate to the $100,000 is coming out of our budget to do the road improvement. The fun, I think, is next year. Now let's go to the top for 26. And, yeah, so the improvements for the library go away again.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And they go away for 27 as not.
Right.
Why did they go away in 26? I know why they went away in 25.
Because the same 100 is presumably there.
Right,
And they can use it for, grants
Exactly.
themselves as a
Yeah.
match and everything else.
yeah.
And one would expect them to be looking
right,
for grants.
Exactly, yeah, for sure. Yep,
So what?
go over to 27, Eric, and zero that one out as well.
Oh, you're doing that one too?
Yes,
I
yes.
I don't know if they're
didn't
gonna
say
like that.
anything.
Yeah,
So we're proposing that for a lot, I'm sorry, I guess I don't know what's really going on with the Jericho Library, but we're proposing those years where there's no allocation we need for anything for the library. for this.
Well, we just allocated them $100,000 from
Okay.
ARPA.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Now,
So they have that 100,000 sitting there. And if we, for me, I think if we give them 10,000, that's an additional 10,000 on top of the 100,000 every year, correct?
now I get it.
I think so. I think quite honestly, let's make an assumption that they're going to use that 100,000 and use that as leverage to do whatever they need to do.
Right.
So they may go out and get some grants and funding, but that's great seed money for them to just
Right.
kind of make it
Mhm,
work.
mhm, mhm.
So I guess my question on that with the ARPA money then. Capital, on a regular budget, ARPA money is seen as income?
That's Brian's realm.
No, it's great. In the current year, which is 23, 24. When June comes around, what we're going to show is the remaining balance of ARPA to come into income. And then come out of as a line item income, line item expense.
Mhm.
That way it goes, that benefit flows through to unassigned fund balance, if you will.
Okay.
Mhm.
Actually,
Well,
Because it all has to be allocated before the end of 2024.
understood.
and it should show as a transfer out, I think, is what we talked about.
Yeah, I
Well,
think so.
the overall question I had on that is just how we treat grants, period.
Right.
grants an income.
Mhm.
All right, but if it comes in, we allocate for the income, we also allocate, so they'll
Sure.
zero each other out. My question was again, how it was treated in our regular budget, and you had kind of explained it.
Right,
Okay,
that's right. It'll be a line item in the, well, it's not in the budget. When I look at the financial statement, it will be a line item for ARPA income. And it'll go as a transfer out, which is not part of the regular operational expenditures. It's a transfer out, so that there's a negation there from top to bottom. It'll zero itself out. But it's not part of it, and it's not tied up with the operational expenses either.
okay,
So
All right.
at the end of the year, we're gonna transfer the money out, and then it's available to the select board to do, to go where it needs to go.
And
which
that's
hopefully is gonna be
because,
for maintenance.
We declared the, when anything less than $10 million in municipality just could be considered, revenue. Revenue replacement, basically.
all right, thank you.
Okay, anything else we need in the capital budget?
Oh, yep.
Zero.
What do you wanna do? Do you wanna do for the highway garage, make that a zero for 26 and 27 as well? Or are we assuming that,
I think we
well,
want to keep it in.
I
there's
think,
been no
Yeah,
bond?
I think you can't have it both
Yeah,
ways.
yeah,
You either gotta put it on there
Ye-
and get it out and zero those out, or leave it off and
Mhm.
just say,
and see, they can be those numbers can be changed next year, so we could just leave the 10,000
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so too.
road improvement, I'm assuming we'll go back to,
I would think so.
Yeah,
Mhm.
what was what was your truck budget for the one that we were looking at? Do you remember?
247's the number in there
yeah.
for
that was-
Oh.
that was in
here.
there.
Well, we could probably put that here, right? For,
I think you
We're thinking
you're
of
right
25.
on that. I think it was like that,
But the issue here is that presumably, if there's not a trade-in,
right?
then it is
It is gonna
basically
be
two
more.
hundred and forty, or
Yeah.
call it, or two
Yeah,
fifty.
Right.
250,
right,
yeah.
Yeah,
Put the 250 in there, and that should come out as a source of
oh,
fund.
there you go, yeah,
Now, the
No.
next year, if we decide to trade a
Make it
vehicle
more?
in,
Make it 270.
that's
that's
more like,
where.
Make it 270, Joe says.
Make it 270.
But if we decided to do a trade-in, I mean, all the better,
all the better.
Yeah.
Now, the sidewalk down below, this,
Do we need to start putting something in for bridges and culverts in 26 for the Bridge 15? Because according to the STIP, that's
Right.
moving forward
we gotta,
between 25, 26?
we do have to, yeah, there is,
total amount of the-
I have that upstairs, I can go get it.
okay.
It's like 170 million or something like that over the
We
time
will have
frame.
to Put something in there.
And
Let
I
me-
think-
Let me go grab
I
it.
think we have enough in the reserve fund to.
170,000, excuse me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
was gonna
didn't think
say
it was
that.
100.
I think I was
I think it was.
rebuilding, I-89. There's a whole lot of money out there. Yeah, 170 million, man, we wouldn't rebuilding anything. We'd learn to go to gravel.
Now, do you wanna, under sidewalks, do you wanna get detailed on this, or just make it generic sidewalks, or?
At the moment, since we don't know, how about generic?
Does it make a difference, do you think, to the taxpayers to see, okay, this is what they're planning for sidewalks? At least,
I would imagine.
They just want a sidewalk number rather than, no, this is Lee River, this is Riverside, or this is, or this is, Ethan Allen to MMU.
That's just too neat of a binder.
I need my binders.
We have a great binder collection.
Boy, are you getting your steps in today, though?
Yeah, I need to though.
I wasn't so good today with steps.
Catherine, do you know if they intend to do another half of Skunk Hollow? Or are we, or is that done now, or?
Yeah,
So, yeah, the next section, we were notified that the section that we didn't do, that goes down to 117 was moved up on the priority list. So that would be part of the renovation of that interchange.
Huh,
Yeah, and I don't know where it is in the STIP.
Yeah, we had.
I
so
can remember the bridge, but
We talked,
it's 177.
so when I talked with Fletcher about paving priorities, looking to not this season coming, but the following season. Brown's Trace, I believe, is one of the, I think that's the leading priority.
and that one, because it's one of those access roads, you know, it qualifies for more funding, grant funding sometimes.
Because it's an artery that connects the two towns.
Yeah,
so which end of Brown's Trail?
So the end that's obviously in need, most need
So
is
it's
near the high
170
school up
is
to
the
Route
bridge.
15.
Yeah.
oh yeah, it is terrible shape.
170, so I do.
And they
the
tried
bridge
to cold
15
patch
trans
those and the
replacement.
patches lasted for about 2 weeks before plow ripped them up again.
So the sidewalk discussion, generic or not? If we're looking at those, cost of, 600,000, I think they should be definitive on which one it is.
And,
Oh.
yep, 170 is the line item,
I do.
and then
I agree, I think there's,
107, 260.
people are affiliate themselves with these
Oh,
projects based on
Yeah, they.
proximity to where they live as well.
So is that okay to put in there, Brian, like we did, that's the title under the budget is Bridge 15 V-Trans replacement, it's the line item 170. It's 100 and it's 5%, so 107,260, so we just made it 108.
I think what we need to do is probably put the gross amount of the cost here. Right,
Our gross cost is 108, so
right, but I think we need to put the total
Like
cost
2,145,200.
Yep,
And
Yeah.
then put it in.
and then the sources of financing
Oh, okay,
will net out to get that 108 or.
So what is it?
so 2,145,200.
You know, one of the benefits to doing it this way is also that it shows the fact that the state participates.
In the wrong spot. You're in the wrong spot.
Okay.
Oh, no, yeah, you put, it went under that Bridge 15 thing.
Yeah, you're in the text.
Yeah, there you go,
So
2,145,200.
so we'll have to update the budget then.
Okay, so how do you,
that's for 26.
This is next year.
Oh, I'm sorry, okay.
Mhm.
So,
Can't see the
Oh.
top.
yeah, we'll put the format right on that 2,145,000. So that should be, what is it, 80, 90?
95% the state pays, and then we pay 5%.
So just put, reference 2,145,200 times 0.95, and that'll. There, one above,
You
yeah,
got that, Eric.
almost, there you go. Super,
Huh?
yeah. So you can see the net here is 108.
Oh, okay, so it's our 100,000 is taken out of that?
It's,
Gotcha,
it's the difference. between-
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
have, so that's what we pay, but
Yeah.
that's what we get.
okay, and then the difference is the.
It makes
100
more sense to an accountant, but to a
Geez.
normal person just reading it, I
Right.
think they'd rather see the.
Yeah,
how much we
yeah,
have to pay.
yeah, yeah,
But it does kind of make sense if you
Yeah,
really
for
think about
sure.
it, because you obviously can't replace a bridge for $107,000.
Sure.
So
Right.
I get both sides, but,
yep. Yeah.
It's, we're trying to be as transparent as
Yeah.
possible.
Right.
yeah,
Mhm.
I think we're just gonna, somebody's gonna have to remember that, that situation there under that, the V-Trans one is, that's the total cost. That's what the, you know, the state is paying, we only pay the 108,000
mhm.
or whatever for it.
Yep.
Okay,
But, having said that.
So now we're to sidewalks and how to
Okay.
figure out.
Let's do a couple things. Eric, if you really want to quickly change the 21452, just copy the format to it.
the
Oh,
up one,
Yeah, but he's gonna copy, there he goes, perfect. So the next thing is the sidewalks. So what's your pleasure here?
well,
Let's put Ethan, well, let's put Lee River in anyway, because by 26 you should be into construction.
you know, if we can, like you said, change that Ethan Allen to MMU, can we just change it to sidewalks, like you said?
we could collapse them all and just put them into one. Or you could,
Well,
Well,
no, and-
John, you were saying some of these. have
Because people do care about their
constituents.
oh,
sidewalk.
there are some
Yeah.
hidden lines there.
I do think if we're looking at amounts that we should be descriptive of the item it's going towards. It'd be different if we had a sidewalk, pure sidewalk fund we pull from,
Yeah,
but this
I-
is specific allocated.
Right.
What I was saying to Brian is I think taxpayers and residents will have an specific affinity for projects that impact their locality. So if you live on Sunnyview, you're gonna be invested in seeing how much is being spent on Lee River relative
Right.
to other projects.
So I think a descriptive there is necessary.
Yeah, and that's probably the one going to construction first, I would think. Because I said, I think Lee River would be the one most likely to go to construction in
Mhm.
2026.
Sure.
It better be.
Yeah, well, River,
Well, don't you have that deadline?
Riverside,
Yeah.
Right, isn't there a deadline?
Yeah,
Riverside will be, I think. Trying to think.
there's certainly
We
be,
just got, we're still in the process of environmental permitting, so we'll still have to do design this year. It could,
and then a right-of-way time, all those right-of-ways. He said 3 to 5 years actually before it's finished.
we were trying to get them, Linda was trying to get them to accelerate their timetable, but unlikely it would be even next summer, so that would be summer 2026.
So it'd be 2027 then,
So for what?
the Riverside.
The one that we put the budget in for,
So we're putting,
2
them-
years ago, that'll be in 3 years.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
That's not-
So I mean, because Lee River, it needs to be construction in 2026 or we're in deep doo-doo.
So what number do I use for Lee River?
What was it, 190 is left or something like that?
For Lee River, originally, when we budgeted in 22-23, the cost was 600 and, excuse me.
I thought that was Riverside.
600, the grants were 480.
That's Riverside.
That's
No,
Riverside.
this was Lee River.
No, Lee River's never that expensive.
Mm-mm.
It's Riverside that was 600.
Definitely Riverside.
Should go grab a binder.
Yeah, you can.
So that,
I'm sure it'll be
okay,
right.
so, sorry. Oh,
Yeah, 600 is Riverside.
well, we better hurry.
This, because this one's only like, this one's only like
It's like,
25 feet long. Maybe
right,
not 25 feet. You probably remember the actual footage, right? The Lee River run, it's only like,
800,
Right,
800 feet.
it's 800?
Three.
Yeah, 800.
How
But-
long is Riverside?
oh, that's long. That's extremely long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I
don't-
think there's only like 190,000 left that we have in the grant, something to finish Lee River.
Yeah, I don't think Lee River
Because back then it was cheap. When
Yeah.
we started, it was a cheap.
Undoubtedly, Paula has a binder for this and,
I do. I just sent John up to get it.
oh. So,
Because they're still doing, what is it, the environmental thing again?
Yeah,
Oh, I tell you,
I think John and Chris are working on that one,
And what?
on the Lee River one,
yeah, it's got to get out
and
of
then the
here.
Riverside sidewalk. I don't see that one being done.
No, no, it's 27 might be, you put some money in there.
They haven't even like, yeah, begun the whole,
Because there's a lot of permitting.
yeah.
So that's why,
That's too bad.
So yeah, yeah, it's 800 feet. Lee River,
oh, you're
Do you
good.
remember how much it was?
that I do, well,
That was a test. You just tested him and he didn't know. He failed miserably.
I found it before you got upstairs.
I didn't either. You did.
That finger scrolls faster than you walk.
Oh, so it was roughly 220,000. Our local match was 55, but I don't know.
We've
if-
already spent 52,
Right, I think, I don't know if it was.
or at least we have to
included.
return 52. I don't know how much we spent. We would have to return some 50-some thousand, 52,000.
Mhm.
Was it 55? We talked about this.
50, yeah.
55 or something like that.
It
I
was-
think
Yeah.
that's what it is.
That's our
it's like
portion, right?
55.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because we discussed when we had to move the other side, are we gonna be able to make this?
Yeah.
And we discussed, we moved to the other side, do we abandon it? And that's when you enlightened me with, if we abandon it altogether,
We paid 55
pay
anyway.
55 back.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So you better, it's easier to have a sidewalk there that
Yeah.
people can look at
Yeah, well, we
and use.
got too much
Right,
skin in the
we-
game now not to.
Definitely, we've spent quite a bit, so. Yeah, I think,
This is the Riverside sidewalk, total award amount, 600,000.
okay, great.
so that we gotta move up to
That's Riverside.
Riverside,
That's Riverside sidewalk.
or I'm not sure, I guess, I'm not sure why. Should the 600,000 be moved up, Brian?
Well, what's the intent with Ethan Allen? Is
There
that
isn't
pretty
noth-
much?
There isn't nothing yet, I
Right
mean,
now, it's a placeholder. We haven't received any grant funding.
So you want that blank?
So should it just be off into the future, as in like
I mean,
28?
the last section of that, it's there, I mean, Linda has really tried to get it done, but
We're gonna reapply for,
yeah, we applied. Well, I think she's got one out there now, right? Yeah, for that one.
Is this something then that becomes a zero in both years, but it remains on the schedule?
I mean, yeah,
I would.
It could do that, yeah, for
I
sure, it
would.
could do that, because we just don't know what the,
it is a high priority project.
Okay, so I moved that 600,000 up
The Riverside.
to Riverside. I'm gonna just zero
Zero.
this out. And just, what do you wanna leave out here? Just
Well, one thing we can do is we can insert a new year, another year. As a column and go out to 28, but only if you guys feel confident about doing that. Because sometimes just putting a number in there might be the wrong thing,
Right.
because it
so
may
So
tell
get rid of
people
the
that we're
line?
committed to doing something.
I
in
would
which-
get rid of it, I'd be like what Brian said, just zeroing it out
Right.
right now and leave it, in the future. We could potentially do
See, like,
something.
boy, this is a weird thing because so putting this 600,000 here makes it look like the
No,
total
I'll-
is 1.2.
A couple things. That
Right.
first column should be the actual, not the budget, and I'll put in those numbers.
Okay.
I'll put those in.
So you'll fix the formulas here. so
Yeah,
it doesn't
and the
double this.
formula should only include, I would imagine from 23, 24 forward.
Okay,
So in effect, the 23 is just a reference.
okay.
But I think the question is whether you want to insert another year or not, knowing there are benefits and perils either way.
Well, when in doubt, I always take the option of not doing something.
That's my.
Yeah.
thought,
It's
too.
50/50, I'm
Yes.
always gonna fix it up.
Your wife
I'm with
agree?
you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm totally with
I
you.
may even go to 70/30 in that.
Eric, do me one favor real
Yep.
quickly so I don't blow it.
Yep.
And under capital budget 23-24, let's change right at the heading. Up above.
Keep going up, 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 up. Keep going up, yep, there.
Oh, I see.
Yep,
Yeah,
What do you wanna do?
It
here?
should be,
24-25.
yeah,
and then if you can highlight the FY 25 and remove the highlighted 24.
We should have had to do that at the beginning, that's been driving me
Sorry.
crazy.
Okay.
Whew, okay,
All right,
I'm
and
gonna remove the highlight, I'm not actually good at that. You know what, this is how I do it, I just go like this, and I use this magic button.
Oh, look at you,
You're my hero, Paris.
Dawn.
Format Painter is the most
Format-
amazing.
Sure.
I just learned something new. I can go
It's a
home.
little finicky to get used to, but once you're used to it, you will never,
It's your best bud.
yeah, like,
Hmm,
so you just have to be on the cell that you
Yeah.
like the format of.
yeah,
You
And
click
then-
Format Painter,
yeah.
and then you go to the area you want
You
to
want it
make
to be-
like
And
that.
it duplicates.
And it works in Word and PowerPoint and
I
So
like it.
everything
everything,
Microsoft.
everything that's item in itself, text, font, whatever, all changes.
no, only the formatting.
Only formatting of the cell. Okay,
so if you have.
but now you have to
underlines,
highlight the
whatever,
24-25
that
though.
goes
Do that.
okay.
Yeah,
It
I
is
should have,
time saver.
I
So
should have
Brian,
done.
on the 600,000, just talking about this. Are you able to, once
know how
we
to
get done
edit.
tonight, Eric will send
Okay,
you
watch this,
this
Catherine.
file,
Watch
and
this.
can you fix it for tomorrow morning so I can send it to the printer?
So first, we're gonna go like this. Okay.
Huh?
We're gonna go here, we're gonna do
It's not
Format
really
Painter,
No,
Format
that-
Painter?
that'll-
and then
Okay,
we're gonna go
perfect.
here,
Uh-huh,
and we're gonna do that. Then
That's-
we're gonna go here. We're gonna do Format Painter again,
Oh, boy.
and then we're gonna go like this. It's gonna be okay.
There you go. Perfect.
Cool. Perfect.
that's really good.
Yeah, my life changed when somebody explained me. I mean, it took me a little,
Wow.
it takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you're used to it, you're like,
Oh, man.
Yeah,
okay.
that's very, and then we just explained why the capital budget is so meager this year is
Right.
because we're in between construction cycles for sidewalks.
Yep,
And we didn't want to put any additional high expensive items in this year
Exactly.
because we were concerned about the taxpayers.
Yep. yep.
Just, my blinking yellow light is, you might get a comment from the audience that says, well, if we approve the bond, then you're gonna still go back up to 340 in the road improvements next year, and the taxes are gonna go way up.
Yes.
Right,
Fine,
right.
fine, but we need the garage, folks.
Yeah. for
Exactly.
sure, for
And we're
sure.
trying to mitigate the initial cost by using $500,000 of ARPA to start with.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Okay.
So that would reduce the impact over time.
So,
Yeah.
sorry.
I just want him to save it,
It's all right,
that's
it's
all.
all right. I'm just gonna find a spot to save it. and,
Okay.
you know. I'm just gonna put my name on it. Please remove it once you get the final copy, but that way you'll know.
Yeah.
you'll
Can
know
I
that-
leave it on?
No, absolutely not.
Eric, responsible party.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, sorry, what do you want me to do?
Just scroll down to sidewalk, sorry, one
Yep.
more time. And just to make sure, and again, I'll change the fire item.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want to put anything in for,
27.
yeah. For sidewalks?
We do want to put something in for 26 for Lee River, and I just don't know what to
Right.
put here.
That was 50, I.
No, well,
Oh,
the way we did the road
Oh.
bridge was,
220,
so
gotcha,
you,
yep,
you do the 220,
yeah, you guys know.
and then
And I'll make the formula work, don't
And then
worry.
the grants.
Now, is it?
Oh,
it's-
but that's on the same line. Oh,
That's
what a
okay.
mess.
No, that's easy, it's easy, it's easy. But you're saying that our net, our cash out is 55. And have we spent any of the 55?
Yes,
So maybe the cash out is not 55 at all.
Right,
Right.
that's true.
Because it may be more expensive now because it's taken so long.
right.
But there
So,
is
right, I
a,
think
there is
we
a
should-
max to the, there's a max to which the Fed, you know, the
You'll know how to
grant
fix
covers.
it, but I don't think we should have done that little formula thing because it's, we're gonna bet.
That's okay. It's, and what we may do is put a separate line item for sidewalk grant. And then.
Okay, that would work. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Anything else anyone would like to talk about the capital budget before we move on to the budget?
No, I think we're good because you got the, oh, do our line items line up 255
Okay,
on sidewalks, yeah.
Just as a note, it is hard to plan anything out. Because you don't know the timing, you don't know the availability of the grant. And it's just hard to put something in print because it does look like we're committing to it.
Right,
It's an intent, but it's not a commitment. And it's hard to make that distinction.
mhm. Like you're trying to be transparent, and in doing so, you make it look like you've already decided sometimes, right?
Yeah.
right, which is you don't want to do for the bond. 'Cause that's made people cranky the last time we asked people to say yes and then push them to say yes. And then people voted no.
Bond with that.
It wasn't a bond,
Oh.
it was it was the zoning regulations
Oh.
and the master plan.
Mhm.
Okay, what view works best here? Do you want, because there's a lot to look at. Do you want me to share this? Do you want me to share the PDF that can't be, that way it's not changed? Oh, no, we want to do this because there's a few updates that we have to make.
Right,
Okay. All right, so does that work if I should, do you want me to show the FY 22? I can show. So
just
this,
do,
just so everyone knows, this was supposed to be 4.0.
Now, will that automatically change if you
What-
change
what-
that?
We had that discussion. We didn't think-
yeah, what,
Okay.
where did you-
Nobody's, I didn't know.
it's 1.79% change,
Sorry, the staff,
Yes, the 4
the
points.
staff raise.
uh-huh,
Remember we had talked, it was supposed to be 4.0,
and what is it now?
4.2,
Yeah, the 2% was going to,
4.2.
the 0.2 was going to be for, people who wanted to take the, if we were going to do anything with,
I wish
The-
I
Oh, the
would've
paid
known.
family leave.
paid living leave, yeah,
Help, and you
I don't-
leave that.
yeah.
I don't understand that one.
I don't know that we have enough information to make a decision or an offer as a staff.
Well, I can make you feel comfortable about 4.2 because the,
I mean, to be fair, I was fine leaving it at 4.2 and we all said, well, we're not gonna leave, we're not gonna have a fraction of a thing, we're just gonna put 4 in there.
well, that's true, we don't like
That's
fractions,
what I had recollected.
yeah.
But
But
nobody told us to change it. It's not
Yeah, I
changed
think,
in
I
the,
think it's been kind of up in the air. Till we decided whether or not there was
But this
anything.
one we don't
actionable
think
with it.
changes.
the.
It doesn't,
line
the
item
cell doesn't, I mean, unless they're all pointing at it.
Anyway, the
Can you go-
employment,
Over to the three.
cost
dots.
index had municipality and state and local government, as of the end of the third quarter in 2023. The average, wage
Yeah,
increase was
treasurer.
4.8%,
Really?
yeah,
Wow,
How much?
I'm
I'm sorry.
surprised.
4.8.
The thing is we didn't change that and I. This is due tomorrow morning.
I think it's worth leaving the 0.2 in there.
Yeah, at this
So-
point,
I mean,
maximum change
I
is
mean, I
gonna
can
have.
go do
Yeah.
it tomorrow morning and change it.
Yeah. No, I think,
But it's gonna take me a little bit.
yeah.
I think 4 point,
And
well,
then it's
just leave
gonna
it.
change everything where you can't, you'll have to redo, I'll have to.
Oh, I think we
You'll have-
probably won't do that then.
Yeah, that's fine, point two.
Point
Just have
two.
to work 0.2% harder this year, Paula.
4.2, because you're already working
Yeah.
with
Don't you?
4, so
Right?
4.2.
Really?
Who's driving?
If you look at hourly, hourly wage,
Eric, if you could go to debt summary just for a second. And I'm just curious. I don't, what year is this? Scroll. Okay. Scroll down that. Oh, wait, that is 6/30/20. Scroll down just a tad. Oh, that's 23/24. Okay, scroll, maybe it's not here. I was thinking I might be able to find a couple extra thousand just to keep your happy with 4.2.
I mean, I can change it tomorrow or go up and change it now, but then I gotta print out a new budget and then you can approve it with the,
It's not worth the point.
No, it's not worth a point two.
I was fine leaving the 0.2 in there, and I think,
if, again,
Yeah.
if you look at the 0.2 on a hourly rate. It's cents,
Right.
so, really,
okay.
if you look at a big,
Yeah.
yes,
One more thing.
Yeah, I was
Sorry,
surprised it was 4.8
Back
according
to
to
the
the
budget sheet.
yeah. national folks.
It was 14.
sorry, the main budget? Yeah.
And then go way down to the bottom. Almost, no, there you go, right there. So I'm just thinking, you could do your net impact. These are the budgeted salaries, so we're looking at for 25, 1,037,000. So, and it's in the budget 2025.
Mhm.
So are you saying that it could go up by 0.0?
Well, this has already gone up 0.2. We were talking about putting it back and taking away the 0.2. We said no.
That's what I was saying, Brian. I'm like, oh my God, there's nobody told me.
No, this is fine. So we're actually,
sure, Brian.
so we built in a contingency is what we're saying.
Exactly.
That's true, it's just a budget.
Good. We don't have to really pay these.
No.
people.
No.
We shoot, we're recording.
Okay, okay. So
Good.
back to the budget.
Okay,
Where do we want to start or?
Well, wherever things have changed since the last one, which wasn't that much, which was,
Correct.
it was the salaries. And
Mhm.
then you said there was something about lease payments or something, the updated lease payment.
$500 or something for you.
Oh, right, so it was
Appropriation.
my bad, I changed the budget, the Chittenden County clerks. Thing came in, their budget, and it was, we put in 33,000 and they just sent it in. And I changed it, it was 33,593, so that's where
Oh.
the 593 came from. It was my bad, but
So that's really the only thing I
yeah,
think
that was
that's,
the only thing, that was the only change.
you know, because we had notes and notes and notes and notes and notes, but I think, you know, when I was looking at it, it was really, you know, we went from the 0.69 to this. I mean, it really
Right.
just was those big, otherwise,
do we need to change that? Do we need to change that line 243 or whatever it was that we changed on the capital plan, the truck thing? It might be
Right. No,
The.
it was 243 that.
yeah.
we
And they
can
all
zero
zeroed
those
out.
Yes, that's where we need to zero that
So you will
out.
have to reprint it anyway.
I will, yes, but we just need to make whatever you approve and we change in this, you guys approved
Sure,
it
yeah.
and then,
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
I will send
Okay.
it to the printers.
So I'm gonna zero those out now.
I think if you just zero out 243, you're good.
To put 0 and 0.
Put the 1 0. Okay. zero.
Yeah, actual 2022 and versus actual 2023.
243, right?
243, yeah.
What? Sorry, I missed one, but,
Yeah, 243 is these.
okay, the line 243.
Yeah.
That's not 247.
No,
So that, did you zero that out? Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay,
Save it every time I do it.
that's what I do too.
Okay, so now are we ready for the budget walkthrough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All for the giant audience that we have this
Yes.
evening?
How many we got?
Nobody.
Nobody?
No.
So you could,
This effort I'm gonna put forth on my
But there's
first
a lot
one.
of people that are gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
Recorded.
Exactly.
So reminder that we are being recorded and people can.
well, and we're gonna do it again on Thursday because that, we were thinking this was gonna happen last week and not both of them in the same week.
Right.
But we're gonna do it again on Thursday.
Oh, we are?
Yeah,
That's
because
the First public hearing.
that's the first one
I thought this
because,
was the first one.
well, this was, last week was to work on the budget and approve it.
Yep, yeah, but. have
But
to
we ended
approve
up
it.
not being able to
So
do
we
it,
don't have to go line by line tonight, or we do?
only if you want to, I
No.
think.
Yeah, I'm with him.
I got ready to, I'm ready to.
Yeah, he warned me to get ready, you warned me to get ready
Ready.
too, but that's okay.
Thursday night you will.
Okay,
Yeah, we should,
That's-
because,
well, that'll be nice, cause then we'll see the finished
Absolutely.
Right.
in front of
Want
us.
to do a dress rehearsal?
I mean, you
I'm
could,
ready to if you wanna go through the.
I mean, we can
I
do
think
it.
it's worth, so I'd rather just talk through it. So I already said this to Joe, and I probably shouldn't have said it because we weren't started yet. The only thing I want to have highlighted when we do go through it is this line here, which is actually highlighted.
Oh, yes.
Which line?
The
Report.
108. this is
line
what-
108.
Oh, yeah, and that's under Joe.
Yep.
Yep,
yep.
and so I think, so when we go through it, I would just, if anyone is listening to the recording, I think that's an important thing that we call out. Obviously, like we talked about in the capital budget, our big change was the road improvements. We
I
knocked
think
that
that
way
should be,
back.
we should highlight that
So we'll
too.
highlight
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
I actually did have since we're not going through line by line. I did have a question in my section. I know I'm all over the place, but, it was under non-mandated and it had to do with,
Oh,
I
those
was
are-
just more interested than, I was just more curious than. I saw the farmer's market went up by 44%.
Mhm.
And I didn't remember hearing about why. Does anyone remember?
I think it's help pay for the, person who runs it. Plus,
Oh.
I think that's what it is.
I have her information. If you want me, I can get that out for Thursday's meeting.
I was just curious how it came.
Yeah.
How it came to be that it went when. I mean, it is a 44%.
Yeah.
It's almost double.
Yep,
I have a couple questions.
Well, you look at the actual, part of it, it's also his, well, let's see, yeah.
I don't know, on mine, is there under reasons for increases, or
Yeah,
under that
this-
tab? Or right next to the budget?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's
I
227.
thought to fill in some,
So
but
what line was that? It was
227.
227.
That is not listed. It's,
no, it's not listed.
oh, there it is.
Oh,
It's the
yes.
wrong line though, but it's increase of 2160, but no reason.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay.
Eric, do you still have the table or can I?
Oh, yeah, I was just, yeah.
No,
no.
line 125,
Mm-hmm.
What number?
line 125. So we've got a 240% elections, board fees, elections. Why are we jumping so much?
I know.
In 2024, it's a normal election, but
Wait, don't get, let him,
On him.
call on him.
okay,
I
so,
like it when I know the answer. It's so rare.
because that's a presidential election, that's why we see.
And a primary.
Yes.
Okay,
You just, everybody stole Eric's thunder on that
Yeah.
one.
okay.
Okay,
Uh,
any other questions?
Should be a line item for peanut brittle.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Oh, that was so bad.
That's the only reason we had a decent budget. I walked into like 18%. I handed out some peanut brittle. Well, you know what? We could do 0.2. We could bring it down to 0.2.
Hand out some more cream.
So,
And then we decided staff needed, I mean, because
Oh,
that,
so good.
we're,
Another one.
even the 1
Okay.
even the 1.8, or essentially 1.79% increase is still not bad. And it's really only because we added salary increase for the staff.
Yeah.
Because it's important that you take care of your staff as well as,
Your select board.
still support.
143,
143, yes.
so
So this one increased, Linda was hoping to do more meetings, that's why she increased it to 3,500. She was
Okay.
hoping to get more classes and seminars and trainings.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Say, just for my information, centered around grant writing, stuff like that, or is it?
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry, go
Well, I
ahead,
know-
yes.
I don't know if she registered, she was planning on doing a class through continuing ed at UVM, a project management, semester long remote training course.
Mhm.
It was in the vicinity of $1,800. In
She's
the
gonna
end,
get
I'm
her
not,
PMP.
say again.
Does she want to get her PMP? Don't know if that is.
Oh, no, she's already certified. I believe she's already
I think she
certified.
is.
Okay,
I'm
that,
not
that's just,
sure.
Yeah.
that's, I just
Mhm.
wanted to know, and. And I'm not, I'm okay about that. Just thinking about the 400%, but it's,
Tiny little,
yeah.
yeah, sometimes
I'm
the
not-
percentages throw you when it's kind of,
Sometimes the percentage will throw you when you look at it, but, other than that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I looked through mine. That was the only one that I noticed that I didn't personally have an answer for.
So are you guys? Catherine, did you get your question answered from Lori about the old red mill and not being on?
yes, and I was going to talk about it when we came to
Okay.
the town, because,
Article.
the warning, because, we've put the, food hub update as a warning, warned item. I think because people who voted for a 1-year vote are going to want to answer something.
Yeah,
And you probably need to have some mechanism for that to be answered. I didn't know whether it was to be put in the
Sure.
warning or, yeah, because,
just kind of explaining either one, right?
yeah, because right after, because people after they, vote on the fire department's,
Mhm,
non-taxability, they're gonna say, well, wait a minute.
mhm.
And really what it is the old red mill itself does not have to be
Right.
voted on
Correct.
because it is a not-for-profit, it's a historic building, et cetera. What is taxable though, and will be going forward, are the 2 outbuildings.
Yes. Yeah,
You said
And-
before they were included.
Yes. And so there's some other discussions going on right now.
yeah.
So, grand list goes up.
Yep, the grand list goes up a little and, I've heard all kinds of different things about that,
Right.
whether they thought putting any money into the wall was one thing or, whether, they could have done it a long time ago for only $78,000.
Right.
There was discussion of that coming up. There's also discussion I've heard of maybe they decide that they can't deal
Mhm,
when it comes to paying
mhm,
taxes
mhm, mhm.
and they throw it back to us.
Okay, so we can, you can answer that question when we get to that, if that's the case, if.
But that's my
Yeah.
spiel.
Okay, so budget and capital budget, are we having any other questions or concerns?
Did I have any questions? I mean, the key is, most of mine is pretty straightforward
Mhm.
because it's money. I get the fun stuff, how much money's coming in. And then, but, it's nice now that the outlay for equipment is cleaned out because
Yeah.
that was the funky.
Yep,
And then, at the bottom, it has, that's the budget of 23, actual 2023. And I, was wondering because we have the sidewalk construction, sidewalk grants, and we didn't have anything. So now we know we don't have anything.
mhm. Mhm,
That was the biggie there.
okay,
And then, as far as ARPA was going to go, because I was just going to, because we put 421,901 into ARPA in 2023. We're working on 2024. And I was just going to mention what we spent ARPA on so far.
Did we want to have a page in the annual report that summarizes the activity?
for ARPA, I mean, if I can get it tomorrow.
No, but I do have, I have.
If, oh,
a
that'd be
piece that's
perfect.
Done,
Yeah, because I actually had failed to follow up on that, because we did talk about having something in there about ARPA, so
Tell
if
you
you
what,
have something,
why don't
that'd be
I-
great.
I'll send you what I've got,
Okay.
and then. You know, if you guys wanna take a look at it and think that it's proper or make changes, we can do that.
Well, basically, what I know, just grossly said, so far, our APA funding has helped support new HVAC for DRML, equipment for the fire department, a disc golf course, an ice rink, reserved for the town library, for the building, and heating changes, as well as, plans, we bought some property with plans to create affordable housing. We bought highway equipment, including radar signs. We, we also updated our technical system to protect us from more increase in cybersecurity. Those are all the different things we've done.
Yeah, I must say that what I have is what we spent up through the end of June. And I'm not sure, like the ice rink, we haven't spent that money yet, have we?
Oh, yeah.
We have, okay. Oh, yeah, I remember, I did sign a check and I asked you about that. didn't I?
Mhm.
So I don't have,
Yeah, I just did the whole,
Have-
whole 9 yards.
perfect.
Okay.
If you could just have Amy send me the GL activity, I'll see if I can whip it into a format that looks halfway decent.
What time are you sending it to the printers?
Whatever tomorrow gets us back.
Aren't we putting in the leap year tomorrow?
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, well, today is the 29th. I'm like, oh, no, that's not.
Okay, I will definitely do that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get, I just grossly said highway equipment, but there was all kinds of stuff we
Right,
bought.
right.
Oh, yeah.
It's the heating,
Okay.
it was the heating system, it was the, the painting gizmo and another trailer and this, that, and the other thing. But he-
Any other?
And the town library too. which
Yeah,
I haven't-
Right.
Yeah, that's put as a reserve fund, is what I was mentioning it as. Put it aside for the library building is basically what you could say.
Put it aside.
Yeah, put it aside.
Anything else that jumps out to anybody?
No, just as long as the bottom, the bottom number, total expenditures matches the total revenue
As long
comes
as
in.
X equals Y.
Right, that's right,
So let's see.
which it does. And then if people, when we talk about collections and other remittances, the reason we say the budget 2025 is not in for the fire department, which is 579, 109, 107, is because that's voted on separately.
Right. Yes,
In Jericho.
right.
Did
So-
you know that in Underhill, they don't do that?
What?
And that's because we had the largest proportion and it was the biggest discussion when it all started, when they started having paid employees. And so we said, because it's a big change, that the public needs to have a weigh in on it. And we said, this is the best way, and it's just continued ever since. And we've been very fortunate. We've had, the chief has been, a Jericho resident and able to present.
Mhm.
And people, once he started doing that, people really loved it because he was much more experienced in talk about rather than having one of, like, it was me. Because I had I had done the meetings with the fire department and had to present their budget. And so that comes through one person as opposed
No, I
to,
totally
Yeah,
get it.
for
Yeah,
sure.
that makes sense.
and then he also talked about that because they're, they work for the, the standards that they want to have where they, have a lower number than just a 10 or whatever, that, you can get, a better discount on your homeowner's fire insurance. And we said, well, if, the best way to show that is to put it separately on the tax bill, because you look at how much you're paying for them in taxes and see how much you can then
Oh, I
save
see what you mean. Yeah.
on
that's a good
your insurance bill. And, because they're, striving to beat this standard. And so it helped them too, because, you know, the numbers were going up and people getting cranky, and we went through the whole thing with having to, I mean, people were really getting cranky. That's why we did the whole fire department thing.
It also just assisted with the transparency.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just surprised, that Underhill didn't, and that was, found that interesting.
So
Yeah.
when I do this budget, what can I hide for columns? Like, we budget 2022, you know, to make it fit on a normal size paper?
Oh, no, just do actual
Just
2022.
the actual.
I would agree that the full descriptions of those line items, you
So
wanna be able to see the whole thing.
go ahead, Brian.
Hide budget 22 fiscal year 22.
Yep.
Hide the budget to actual.
Want me
Right.
to actually do this as you're
Yes,
talking?
please.
Doing it, okay, sorry, so I did budget of 22,
And
And
just
the budget versus actual.
of 2022.
And then,
But you do want to see budget versus actual for 2023, because that's the one we just got the audit for.
and do
Mhm.
we keep
Or-
the budget versus actuals,
Yes. Because people
all of that?
because
okay.
people sometimes show up and say, how
I think
come?
if you do that, you can change your, sometimes you can change your margins, narrow them right down too.
So we're keeping actuals FY 22, budget FY 23,
Actual
actual FY 23.
23, yeah.
And then the budget
What is the
versus actual?
Are you showing line D in that?
Line.
Hang on a minute, in your version. I can barely function with only one screen, let's see here.
Yeah, far left, what are the,
Sorry, I'm looking at something else. I'm trying to go to the budget that you sent us to see.
Oh.
That GL line, is that in?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
we don't
hide-
need
Line
we
left
don't need
to
that.
the- Left to the actual line, hide that.
So yeah, in your, in your printout, do you have that line?
No,
no,
we just
Okay, so
have
I don't know if I
line.
need to do that. It seems like you already do that.
What's that?
It may, yeah, I think
This
the
line.
print actually starts at,
Correct, it starts with the numbers.
Okay.
Yep,
So
so
I
that'll
don't
have
need to
be,
hide it for you then. Or
you
do
can,
Okay, whatever.
because that's not what we include in the actuals, yeah,
Right.
okay,
But now you get to see what it looks like.
looks a little
Okay.
cleaner, doesn't it?
Yeah.
okay. That will work.
Okay, so then I had already kind of stretched out this
Yeah,
column,
you can-
Joe, so that I could see it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good.
You can
There's a
probably
couple, the problem is there's a couple that are,
kind of long.
yeah,
That's okay. I think
because like you
it'll-
can, if you double click on this, it'll go to the longest length, but I don't know if you want that. Like, there might be some that are worth trimming, you know?
I think. You can almost hide the column, what is it? Can't, J, is it?
This little one here?
Yeah, yeah.
And then stretch that other one out a little bit.
Well, I think it'll, yeah.
Let me just snap it and
Should
see what
do that,
happens.
yeah.
So if I snap it, then the longest one is,
That.
did I go by it?
There, yep, I think so.
Yeah, so you're good.
Yeah,
You can-
right back there. Yeah, that'll work.
Now to the
I feel
far,
like I can trim it more. I
Yes,
don't
so,
let's look to the far right, we column, was it B,
yeah, whatever that,
BN, is it?
between the budget FY 25 and budget change.
Correct,
There's a
yes,
blank.
Yeah, that column,
you can hide it. So that's just,
yeah.
Because according to the printout, it's just empty.
Right. How's that look?
Need a little more space, just a touch more space towards the end, it looks like. I don't know. Do you?
To the end of what?
Oh, it's that one number is like right on the line.
Yeah, let me zoom in a little bit now.
You know, at that far right, see the numbers are just on the line, makes it feel crowded.
Yeah, that's the one that I just,
Yeah, hid.
so what if I undo that?
Or just add, can you do half of it?
Yeah, I can.
or just, there.
Just
Oh,
narrow it, yeah.
well, in this case.
Oh, yeah, that looks better.
yeah,
It's less
not-
crowded.
I would, sorry, I get to be.
Okay.
That's okay.
take this column and copy it over to here. And the reason is you want to take out these
Oh,
lines.
yeah, yep. That column,
Why am I didn't get the reason.
Copy
because
it
they're the dollar signs,
and the,
everything else will be.
You're not paid to think, you're
There you
paid to
go.
move
Copy it to
lines.
BA.
yeah.
Am I format painting it or just copy?
You're copying it.
Pasting it?
Paste it. That's right.
Is that better?
And
There,
go.
But see, but now you get that weird,
Well,
weird.
we can play with that too.
Okay.
You know, and in fact, you may wanna just. I don't think you want per $100,000.
No, we don't.
Just delete that.
mhm.
Make it go away, clean it up.
Oh, now you
Do
get
you
that
want-
weird gray line. What do you do there? What do you do, Paula?
You take that
Format painter.
paintbrush and get. Do you want the 4% up there in the corner? That should be.
Yeah, we don't need. to
I don't
see-
want
No,
that.
no,
I
no.
do not-
You
not
don't
below.
want that.
No,
Right, so-
no,
And in fact, you're probably not gonna print that anyway. right?
Oh, okay, probably not. Oh, because those are just the notes. Yep,
Right, but
right.
you also wanna go to, line. Under budget. All right, now we're getting.
yeah,
We wanna do your paintbrush over here. Get rid of that shade.
Yeah,
And then I would think you wanna remove probably, I
Mhm.
think.
The whole
remove
line.
all of that blue stuff, so.
oh, but you
Yep.
you don't want it gray, do you?
No,
No, I don't want, you wanna get rid of this gray.
Oh, okay.
get rid of that
Get it.
gray.
Okay.
Now you're dabbling in CPA dark.
yeah, we do. We really do.
And then, yeah,
Uh-oh,
undo.
Oh, my.
And
That's
then
a-
just go up here and do the unfill and you're.
Well, yeah, so I can't use
See,
format painter because it did something.
Let's highlight
Go up to
that
the-
line
No,
and
no,
then go up to that bucket up there.
There you go.
Yeah,
change it to, n-
clear,
The old bucket.
a bucket. Okay, all right, is this good?
Bucket.
So what's that little square sitting over there?
It's
That's just where
Eric.
I'm clicking, that's just where I last clicked. That's all.
It's Eric. Okay.
So we have, yeah, we have
Perfect.
Now, the
budget
other-
change and then
Okay.
24
I
to
think
20
if you scroll
percent
down,
change.
I just scroll down fairly slowly so we catch, like this
Oh,
highlight
yep.
here.
Gone.
Brush.
bucket.
The
I
bucket.
trust the bucket.
I like the bucket.
Less goes with the bucket than the other one. It's limited.
Gosh, I forgot. I get dry when I,
Here.
now that's he wants
Yeah,
highlighted.
again, those, I think, some.
Well, if you, I did want that highlighted. I don't know if I
Yeah.
want it highlighted in the printout.
Makes-
I
and
want
then
to
I'm just-
highlight,
I was getting, yeah, for a review Thursday, we'd like to have it highlighted, but for printing,
For this one. Okay, got it,
but not for printing.
not for printing.
got it.
So would you like me to take it out
Yes,
now?
please.
Maybe I can do a date-driven formatting.
Oh,
We don't need, we don't need.
Oh, my gosh.
Wait a minute, can you do that?
Oh, absolutely. Conditional formatting. If,
Oh,
if
wow.
date is greater, oh, man, absolutely.
Boy,
Wow.
see, this is why,
This is why he's here, right?
Yeah, okay, is there any more?
Oh, yeah.
Is there
Keep
what?
scrolling.
it's also. No, we can't say it.
So far.
It looks nice.
Yeah, looks good.
And then for, town meeting is when you get all these, you do more of these.
Don't include that.
No, don't
Yes.
include that, and then go up a little bit. too,
Yes, yes,
because I've got
definitely.
a summary up here.
Yes,
By category, and I'm not sure you want that.
Okay,
In other words, maybe it is.
So wait, before I do, so all this down here,
you
you
can leave that, but I'm not gonna
I-
include
You
it.
can hide the column.
Yeah, you don't have to
hide the
excuse
column, hide-
Yes. I don't think I printed that out anyways on this, so.
Okay.
The other,
That's easy.
and up here too, I don't think you wanna have the category, well, maybe you do, maybe you want the budget summary.
People do, I mean, sometimes that's all they look at is the,
Summary, okay.
you know, where
Yep.
general tax assessment, other revenue, total expenses, total expenses, and then the cash outlay.
Okay.
People go, oh, okay,
And
that's what it
actually,
is.
That budget summary is important because it does the departmental comparison year to year, so.
Okay,
Yep.
great, that works. Good.
And then you have till just before town, you know, our first, that final thing before town meeting
February 26th.
to make this work, you know, to have all the, you know, our updates, you
Oh, the
know,
little cheat sheet?
yeah,
Oh, okay, well, I'll work on that and, just run it by you guys, just to make sure you have all that.
yeah,
And
because
if there's any
everybody likes a
questions-
cheat sheet going into town meeting,
Yeah,
except he only gets,
Well, actually,
we all do.
I may be here
oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
because of, again.
Oh, how sad.
Other family members might be having open heart surgery.
Oh,
So we'll
no.
postpone over vacation if we have to for that.
Oh, my God.
So,
Jeez.
Oh, that's
so I may
scary.
be here.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because like last year, it was a simple little,
Yeah. No. Now we just wanna, I guess, if you're okay with the budget and capital budget, if nobody else has any questions.
Well, I'll send in the capital budget tomorrow.
Yep.
So
So do we need a
Yeah, 'cause
motion to
basically-
accept the budget?
basically, that's what we had last year.
Oh. Did you do that last year?
Can I see?
We, yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's the various lines, why, what they're for, and, you know, so people can pick and choose what they want to say.
sure.
Yeah, but that's really, you know, always is helpful. Plus, then you have, you can easily pull out your frequently asked questions for town meeting.
Thank you, Paige.
Gotcha.
And that goes, you know, you put a stack of those for people going into town
Yeah.
meeting.
Yep.
Do we
Okay.
need a motion to accept?
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
Hold on, let me just grab my little thing here.
All right, stealing your.
No,
Okay.
no problem.
I'll make a motion to approve the. Do you want separate motions or do you want just one?
It's listed as one.
It is listed as one.
It's listed as
Yeah,
one.
sorry
Okay,
about
so
that.
I'll make a motion to approve the FY 25 budget and the FY 25 capital budget as amended in this session.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Notes. Alrighty. We're now going to talk about the town meeting warning.
Paula, I have one question about
Yes,
the reserve fund, that summary. Do you have that?
I don't. Is that in part of your worksheet though?
That usually goes in
But that
the
does.
town
yeah,
report.
It does usually go in there.
Yeah.
Okay, is it part of that worksheet that I can just take from there? That we just worked on?
No,
Oh.
I don't think it's been updated
Oh,
through for the budget for 24, so that's on my to-do list.
oh, okay.
Sorry to that, but good.
Oh, good. It's always good.
Okay.
Well, at least the numbers didn't change, so that we don't have to change that on the,
Right. I think we should just make sure everything, does it look like those are the correct, I did take,
oh,
I wanna make sure.
budget FY 25, okay. We have 3, 4, 2, 4, 3, 5, 1. What was it when we finished?
See that,
At the end of my copy that you gave me. And it's at the end, total revenues, it was
Oh,
3, 4,
What
2,
did
4.
change was we
Yeah.
took out the, although I'm not sure it was there.
Right, because the warning has 3,456,490, which is different from 3,424,351.
change. Seeing it here. What page?
Oh, it's line under total revenues.
See, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 9.
Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
you handed to me was, you know, 3, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cause one,
499.
Yeah, that's what I have, but that
Yeah.
one has a different one.
yeah, well, actually, it was,
What's the sheet show now?
3456499.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny. Since it's a budget, could we just make it 3456789? Like 30 bucks.
You that is how. You see things as, that's cool.
you know what's funny?
456, like 30 bucks.
I went through both of these. This one's the one you handed out today. This one is the one you gave me at the last meeting, which we
Yeah.
hadn't changed, other than what we talked about, which was the salary and the
If you hand that to me, I can quickly find it, I'm sure.
But-
What the difference is.
but so I went through some of the line items, and went, oh, okay, I don't need to have this printed out. I can use the one I had. But there was, 20-some thousand, $30,000 difference between the two of them. From the
Oh.
last one that was,
I'll find it.
Yeah, Brian will find it, because I'm not sure what, I wasn't at the last meeting, so I'm not sure what the changes were.
well, there was no changes of that. You just said, oh, can I have a copy? And we didn't do the
It
budget.
did go from 0.69 to 1.
Yeah.
Right, and I knew that, and I had a copy for 0.69, for 1 point something or other. But I had notes on 1.7 and then, other notes. So I grabbed the wrong one, obviously, to bring tonight, and you give me that one, 'cause I was writing notes for the salary. So actually, I had way too many copies. Oh, here's the one that I brought from today that I wrote notes on.
Well, the date is-
So I actually had the right
It's
one,
December 18th, I think.
Oh, good gravy, Catherine.
Garbage.
and I pulled out of my file the wrong one.
Oh, I was stressing that I made some kind of mistake.
No, what happened is I just pulled it out of here, and I already had 3 of them out here.
So, we keep different tabs open. She just keeps bringing the
Yeah,
same.
right.
they're-
The hot flashes are coming.
Oh, no.
To add somehow $290 of income, and then that would be.
He's still on this.
4.3.
Yeah. No, this is revenue. You gotta come up. with
Oh,
revenue.
okay.
Somehow you gotta estimate $290 more fines or something.
Well, actually, look at how many files I have, all these different
Yeah.
budgets.
See, that's my nightmare right there. That gives me so much, like, not much gives me anxiety, that gives me anxiety. I hate it.
Okay, so do we?
So
keep
I
that
grabbed
at
the wrong one.
3456499?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
The other thing to do.
Yes,
is
we
add
do.
a buck of expense somewhere.
See,
Just add $1
Could be a
somewhere.
fine or
Some
something.
miscellaneous or something, and then that'll at least bring it up to 2 million.
I disagree. This is how thorough and tight we are, trying to get that budget.
Maybe you're right.
It's silly to see a
I
budget, that's an estimate of.
well, and it is, you're right, an estimate, and so you could easily change one of the, how,
It's not, I mean, it actually is silly, but,
it
Okay.
looks very impressive when you have 499 though.
yeah, right, like, well, we're estimating,
Okay, so is that article
Correct.
correct?
Yep.
sorry. I probably should have my packet open or something. Okay. We're good, though. I'm about to send this over to them, right?
Yep.
Okay.
We just, all those in favor say aye.
We did it. We did that.
Yep, we did that.
Mhm.
Because I was doing the wrong numbers.
Okay,
That confused here.
Brian, it's as bad as Catherine right there.
Yeah.
I know.
You're starting.
Here's what
Yeah.
happened.
You're starting.
I fill one of these, put it aside, get a new one. Just don't even, just
Okay.
leave it behind, start anew.
Yeah, I was gonna do that and didn't take the time to do it. So I ended up with 2 current ones and a whole bunch of old ones and grabbed,
Mhm.
and then got everybody panicked when I pulled the old one out of the folder. Even though I had all my nice notes on the new one.
I like. it. Okay.
So the numbers in Article 2 are good?
Yes, I checked them.
Article 2
Yep,
are good,
good.
all right,
3 is normal,
4 is normal,
4 is normal.
5 is normal.
Yep,
5, yep. This now, correct, right? These should be on here because of the fact that they asked for it, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Well, not because they asked for it, but the only reason they're on there is because we made a motion.
we made a motion
We
to
approved
put
it.
them on.
okay, okay,
But they asked us to do that.
Yes.
okay, all right, perfect, okay,
And this is done on the floor. That's a vote on the floor.
okay. And
It's just. I wish it, I understand it reads correctly. But I wish it read. More accurately what it is.
I agree.
Like this
'cause I
effectively
was-
ends town meeting,
Right.
the tradition of town meeting in
Right.
Jericho. a 200
Understood, but I also think that since it's on the floor,
It could be kind of
that,
discussion.
I
It'll
almost,
come up.
yes.
You're right.
Yeah,
It should be discussed. The other thing I had heard is that they were thinking of asking for a paper ballot. Which, because Jessica was saying that's very time consuming, but it's only the people on the floor
Hmm,
that get the paper ballot, but you
Mhm.
get, what you have to do is go from the floor to the voting booth. And what they do is hand out very specific ballots for this item. And people vote on that, and then they march back, and then
so
Jessica.
is that what they're gonna be doing?
I don't know,
Oh,
but that's what I
okay.
had heard, that's what I
Okay.
had heard, that, you know, there
Gotcha.
was some discussion of doing it that way.
Hmm, okay,
And it kind of, one of the Front Porch Forum posts last night kind of had that sense of that to it.
hmm, okay,
But people who think they want to have a ballot and vote on it can't. It's on the floor only,
right,
even
Right.
with paper.
right, right, yeah,
It
Makes
just
sense.
takes much longer
mhm,
to do rather than, the hand count,
Yeah.
things like that.
okay.
Eric, if you could go back to, sorry, the budget again. Because one of the items that's missing on the last page for collections and remittances is the 579,107 as proposed by the fire department.
Yeah, I even had that in my notes today.
Oh, it's not in here?
No, it's
Where
not,
does
but,
it need to be?
but I did not know whether you put it in because that's voted on separately.
Just, it's on the warning
Yeah,
for the
Oh.
579,107. And if you go in,
So it's sent.
that was
Oh,
the
yeah,
question I was going to
yeah.
ask, because I didn't know whether you put it that way because it was voted on separately.
Yep, you'll be coming to it.
What did-
Whoop, go back up. Oh, no, go down on one.
It's other collections and remittances.
Right
there you
there.
go. So.
So
yep.
yes, it'll
Yep.
be 579,107.
Oh, I thought that would have popped up under, down below, but under remittances, we need to put, yeah. Put it there, so.
Mhm.
I think we need another motion.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct,
yeah,
correct.
Yeah,
as corrected.
Yep,
I'll make a motion to accept the FY 25 budget as amended.
I'll second the motion on the budget only,
The budget only.
Yeah, because that's a,
because we did capital and budget last time.
Yep.
Budget only.
all those in favor say aye.
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 Oh, wait,
we
wait,
gotta go
wait,
and
wait,
fix
go down
that.
under remittances.
Yep. And you gotta put that same number down, right above 194,350, yep, that
Yep.
same number.
Which we did before we made.
I had put a date on this one,
Right.
January 29,
Okay,
24, so they know which one I'm using.
there's a date on this, on the new one, way down at the bottom, but you probably can't see it.
Oh, it's way down at the bottom, but
1/29/24 at 10:35 AM.
no.
That's today.
Good job, Brian, catching that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that when I was looking at my. So I was making the assumption that, we didn't put it in until afterwards, since it was voted on, but
Brian, can I have you sign this check for us? One of the checks got stuck with another check and got mailed, so this
Oh.
one, Amy's voided it and we just need to write another one.
Yeah.
She cut another one in. You can just sign that check for me, please. That'd be great.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're on, where are we?
We're on Article 8.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're gonna keep that one. We're gonna get rid of this one. We're gonna get rid of this one.
So yes, Article 8, that's the fire department, which is like a norm.
Right.
already, 5 years, I think it is.
Right. And see, this is where I was wondering whether we need to put something about the
Historical
society, because that was a 1-year vote. And this is now, I guess they expect to see something. Well, I don't know how you would warn it. Update on the Old Red Mill, property taxation. 1-year vote from 2023, something like that.
Update on Old Red Mill property taxation, what did you say? I'm sorry.
As, that was voted on town meeting 2023, something like that. It was for the 1-year vote, 1-year extension. 'Cause that's what was voted on. They gave them a 1-year extension on everything, and then the expectation is that they will, people are gonna hear something this year.
All right, so that's gonna be a new article, it'll, which I'll change. But it's gonna say update on the Old Red Mill property taxation that was voted on in 2023 for a 1-year extension.
Yeah,
Okay,
because,
And then we'll just say there's nothing to vote on, and we'll just say, just read them that update.
yep, okay. All right, so what I'll do is I'll
And see what
change
happens.
this warning, but I'll just have you sign this page. the
Right.
Second page if you can. and
'Cause
then
that
I'll
way it's
change
done.
this. Yep,
and goes into the printer.
okay, yep,
That way it goes to the printers, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because you see from last year, it's a residential duplex in the old bindery building. And so it talked about all the properties last year. This now, the explanation is they will be taxed.
All right, article, well, it'll be a different one, Food Hub Task Force update, is that okay to have there, or should I
I-
put something?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, because, reading the minutes from last year's town meeting and how that was handled, people were expecting to have some kind of update. And so the idea was, well, they put a report in the town report. You could actually, I guess, ask Dave Barrington to go ahead and say, we're gonna talk, we need to talk about this report, because you can talk about, people can ask to actually visit the town reports of committees on the floor. It very seldom happens. I think it's only happened twice during all the time I've been going to town meeting. But I think this is better because then it recognizes that the voters had wanted an update.
Is it okay if I change it and do update on the Food Hub Task Force?
Yes, I
Okay.
think that sounds good.
Yeah, much better, okay.
So,
That's what you have.
I had Food Hub Task Force update, I don't know if I was gonna put update on the Food Hub Task
okay.
Force.
how is that different from other reports to town officers?
Yeah, the difference is, it was brand new last year. It was on the warning. And people then talked about whether it should be a standing committee, whether we should, make it a thing. In the end, they talked about the idea was, okay, let's create a task force. And then they can report on whether the town of Jericho can be a food hub.
Okay.
And so this then lets the people know, and then after that, it would be just like any other,
So next year we wouldn't see this?
No.
Okay,
no.
all right.
No, it would be just like any other town report.
Thank you,
That
Brian.
That makes sense, since it's its first year of being a live
Maybe
committee or action. Okay.
And it was an action by the town,
information.
who attended
Okay.
town meeting because it was on the warning.
Because of the
Yep, that
residents.
whole
Okay,
worksheet.
all right, that makes sense, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and it really, you know, it started out with this huge group of people
Thank you.
and has
Thank
morphed
you.
into a smaller, more cohesive thing because everybody had all kinds of, oh, let's do this, let's do that. But the funding for something like Hardwick is, astronomical.
Okay.
And people can't do that. So it's now forming to where, how to help farmers, how to, grow your own food, how to, encourage people to buy local and different ways of doing things like that. Because they had a meeting last week, and I think it was 7 or more farmers actually came to it.
Oh, great.
And to talk about how a food hub or that food hub committee could help farmers. And one of the biggies is just to have somebody monitor the grants that are out there for farmers, because farmers don't have time to do that. And there's a lot of different funding opportunities right now that are out there. Because it would have been, they found it would be nice to have a commercial kitchen, but even just a commercial kitchen, trying to find where do you put it, who monitors it, who takes care of it. It's a nice concept, but it's beyond where everybody is right now because people thought about the community center, but it doesn't work there.
If JCat wants to get their chicken wings, you're welcome.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
happy.
That's right. They do good.
Those are some good
Alright.
wings.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the other two are just, the norm, that
Yep.
hear the reports, and then other town business.
Yep.
Proper when met,
So,
and then the second page is, yeah. Yep. Did you guys get something?
No, we did.
no,
Uh-oh.
You know what? That's so funny because that's why Jessica was asking about the article number,
That's weird.
because
I thought I did something.
no, one.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
We're done.
Wait,
Well, the
Oh,
other
here we go, wait.
page,
Oh, it's all the,
the other page is mostly, that will be on the ballot, but just to see that.
oh, there it is.
The bond one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we need to see the bond one.
Yes, we do.
Very can follow. Very gonna follow that. Grab like that. And then it's notes on it.
I thought we were gonna just do a round number.
I thought we were too.
I thought we were too.
4,150,000,
Yeah.
4,150,000.
Oy,
Yeah,
Let me
since
go
it's
back.
estimated, we didn't wanna
50,
4150.
4150.
I'll go change it right now.
Because you have no idea when you're looking at that and how long, what the cost of building.
Remember asking.
That's right, because we gotta sign this tonight.
Yes, we do.
Tonight.
Yep. Does anybody know who's running for cemetery commissioner?
John.
Yeah.
Does anyone within the town have Adobe Pro?
Yeah.
Could I get a license for that?
Yep.
To use?
You can.
Most of the select board stuff that I do, it's open in PDF, I open it in the reader, but. I like being able to put my notes right in the PDF and then save it again for the record.
Oh,
I do everything on the screen that I can.
Paula can include you
Okay.
in our office subscription.
Cause then I won't have folders like that, of which version. I'll just-
oh, that's terrible. Normally I'm a little better organized than that. I just pulled up, I mean, there are, I think 6 of those in here. I just After having two on the table, I pulled out a third.
I find that, with survey and engineering world, we tend to label stuff the same way every time because there's constantly revisions.
Right.
So if you label it, it lines up so chronologically and it's so easy to pull and see what you did.
Mhm.
As opposed to,
Yeah, I know. That was pathetic.
no, if it works for you and you can remember it.
Oh, no, I like paper. I'm never gonna give up paper. I'm too old. I've always liked paper. Paper and coffee go together. But, but I should have cleaned up my folder a little better before I ran off tonight. That makes a big difference when I'm on top of things.
We've got 2 sets of flat files, drawing flat files. That I know haven't been opened in 7 years,
Oh, gee.
just because everything's digital.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Mailing, we all used to know how to run our mailer with labels on it and so on. Not anymore.
Wow.
Everything's emailed and.
Isn't that
well,
something?
It is.
You know, those big flat files, wow.
Yeah, we don't use them anymore. I actually picked up one of them, so my toolbox now, with my tools in it.
Hey, that's cool.
It is a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, are we good?
So you changed the round number, you reversed update that one, reverse the language on that one.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yep. The only thing I went and really changed was the second page to 4,150,000.
Okay,
And then everything else is on the ballot.
Okay.
So
It's moderator, town clerk, select board.
sign that
I
one.
forgot my pen.
Oh, here you go.
okay.
Do you know who's, I just was curious, who's running for, did you know who's running for cemetery commissioner? Yeah, but-
Let me see if she's got it on here.
No.
Isabel Martin.
Oh, oh, that's good that she's re-upping.
Yeah. And
That's terrific.
Yep.
Because those are hard slots to fill.
Geez, nobody submitted for the school board,
Oh, wow. I thought,
only one.
oh,
Oops, sorry. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yep, okay, yep.
yeah, I know we talked to Susan Lilich, and I don't know if she's running a 3-year term or filling the one, the unexpired 3-year.
She is running for, where did I just put that? Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I didn't move the sticker.
Perfect, thank you. She is running for a 3-year term.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, it was a nice discussion we had the other day with her.
Okay.
All right,
All righty,
are we ready?
perfect.
And there's no motion there, because we're just.
Oh, no, you have
Oh, you
to,
still have
Yeah,
the motion.
I think-
and
oh,
sign.
yes, you have to motion and sign.
Okay, so, let me just think how I would. Or this motion, unless Joe wants to do it, you're welcome to it if you'd love to.
Yeah, I can do it. I'd like to make a motion to approve the official town warning for March 5th, 2024 as edited this evening.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Great, that's terrific.
And
And then
make a motion. Oh, no, we're not done.
Just that last one.
and that doesn't actually have to be a motion. We just let people know
Yep.
that we're having the first public review of the FY25 budget and capital budget on February 1st,
Mhm.
That is this Thursday.
this Thursday.
Consider yourself warned.
And the budget has now been approved and passed on to the printer, so this is just a review. And unfortunately, this is what'll happen more and more without town meeting.
Okay.
And with that, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night all.